and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hey, my name is Roselynne. I hope you will subscribe and stick around to see more of the videos I'll be putting out in the near future. If you are a returning subscriber, hey, what's up? Hope you're having a beautiful December so far, full of happiness and joy, because guess what, guys? We are nearing the end of the year. I cannot believe it, to be honest. This year flew by like that, but at the same time, I feel like it went super slow at the same time. Little JJ's back here with his little Christmas pajamas. In case you guys are wondering, I don't know if you guys saw last year's video. If you didn't, I will link the video in the description box below so you guys can check it out. But yeah, he has grown quite a bit in a year. I bought these pajamas from Target last year, and let me tell you guys, as you can see, he is filling them out this year. It was really big last year and now it's a little tight. But yeah, he's here. He'll be looking out the window and finding things to do, I'm assuming, while I film this video. But yeah, I wanted to film my process of wrapping gifts again for you guys, just because I had a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. So I figured, oh, let me do like another gift wrapping video and then turn it into a kind of an end of the year wrap up with you guys. And no pun intended with the gift wrap. What was I talking about? I distracted myself with my own joke. Yeah, so let me show you guys what I'm gonna be using this year. Guess what? It's the same wrapping paper from last year because I ended up buying so many gift wraps last year, just in case. I thought I was gonna run out, but I didn't. But I ended up not opening up 2 of them, so I'm gonna use that, as well as this one that I bought on clearance at the end of the Christmas season, as well as some Michaels ones that Scott and I got on super clearance, like 90% off at Michaels for super cheap at the end of the Christmas season. So I'm gonna be using those. So the same wrapping papers from last year with some clearance ones. I'm gonna be using these bows that I also got at the end of the Christmas season for like 90% off from Target. And then this is the only thing that I really bought this year for my mom's gifts, which I'm gonna be wrapping first, by the way. So I got these gift tags from the Target Wonder Shop for $1.30 for 21 labels. So I figured that would be enough for her gifts. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be wrapping her gifts first because I'm just gonna do the normal wrapping for hers and then get into all the little extra detailing for mine, because I like going in on my gifts and doing too much and being extra festive. So I'm gonna put some Roselynne touches on everything, and I'm really excited. Just in case you guys are wondering, my sweater says slay my name, slay my name. I got this from Macy's for like 20 bucks. Awesome deal. I bought it in a large just so that'd be like, you know, oversized, because I want it to be, you know, loose and comfortable. And in case you guys are also wondering, he just wants to get in position. I am wearing Santa Baby lip tint on my lips from Lush. In case you guys are wondering what this red lipstick is, you can't push the workstation off the bed, JJ. And in case you guys are wondering why there's a gift wrapped back here, I wanted to get a little practice in before I started wrapping everything, because, you know, I don't really wrap gifts all year round except for Christmas time and the random birthdays that are like spread out throughout the year. So I just did a practice one on this huge gift for my dad from my mom. Let me close this window. This one is gonna be a chatty video, just so you guys know. Last year's was pretty long. This year I feel like it's gonna be longer, so just a fair warning to you guys. So before I talk about, you know, this year in general, I kind of wanted to talk about the video from last year, because it's been getting a lot of comments lately from people who are like saying I was wasting a lot of gift wrap and, you know, killing the environment and all that stuff. And I just wanted to ask everyone to just chill out for a minute and realize that every time that we film a video, I'm saying we as in any creator on YouTube, we don't show you guys everything that's going on in the background, you know, the behind the scenes. And it's funny because whenever I cut off scraps like these from my gifts, I reuse them and I use them for smaller gifts. And I also, sometimes I'm not perfect with my wrapping, so I have to patch up, you know, little holes here and there, and I'll use the little scraps for that. So it's just funny that people assumed that I was just throwing everything out and wasting and killing the environment. But yeah, I reuse everything. I actually end up throwing the minimal amount of scrap out. Like usually I'll have maybe like 2 of these left over as scraps, and then throw those out. Or sometimes I like to keep them and put them in my December daily album. But yeah, it was just really interesting. I was like, what are you guys talking about? So yeah, it was just kind of funny to me that people will always, you know, just be quick to just assume things and comment negative things, because it's just easier when you're on the internet and hiding behind your computer, you know, and anonymous, to say all these mean things to people who like just want to share some nice wholesome videos. But hey, to each their own. But like I said in last year's video, I'm not a perfect gift wrapper. I never claimed to be. I just do this video because it's fun for me and I like sharing the experience with you guys. But if you guys don't want to watch it, then just click off. That's fine with me, you know. But I just wanted to say a little something about that in case the same thing happens with this video, because guess what? I wrap gifts the way I wrap them. They're fun for me to wrap this way, and that's just who I am. Also, if you notice that some of the gift boxes that I'm using are kind of beat up, it's because my family, we like to reuse all of our gift boxes every year until they get like super beat up. Like, I was going through our little bag of gift boxes earlier this week because I was looking for boxes for these gifts, and dang, I saw gift boxes in there from when I was like really little, and I remember getting them for Christmas, and it's just so funny like seeing them again. And there's boxes from like places like Stearns, which I don't even know if that's a store anymore. Is it a store anymore? I'm not sure, but it was just really funny to see. It has been a wild year. For those of you who have stuck around and been around for this whole year, you know that I went through quite a lot of loss this year, in terms of friends, in terms of family. I lost my dog this year. It was just a lot, and I ended up going through my first breakup this year. Like, it was just a lot. I went through a crazy year. I will link in the description box like my life update video from way earlier this year, where I kind of explain things a little better in case you guys are new here. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's been a really tough year. It's been hard, and there was a lot of times when like I was dealing with a lot of my mental health this year, and it's not been the easiest. I've had some great support this year from people that I literally just met this year, and I just can't even thank them enough for being there for me when I needed them, and still continuing to be there for me whenever I need them. And it's just, it's so crazy how you don't know what life is gonna throw at you. Oh, so by the way, JJ snores really loud, so I'm sorry if you're hearing him snoring right now. I'm not sure how much the audio is gonna pick up. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot because he snores very loud. So I'm sorry if you're disturbed by puppy snores, but he's a heavy sleeper, kind of, unless he hears me leave, then he'll definitely wake up. But yeah, like I was saying, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about just like dealing with the mental health stuff and all that. I just wanted to let you guys know, if any of you are sitting at home right now just feeling like very alone and hopeless, because I know the holiday season can kind of bring that out in people, and a lot of people get kind of depressed and lonely during the holidays because you get reminded about things and like memories and all this stuff. And I know it's been hard for me ever since December hit, and well, ever since the cold hit, because I was just thinking about all the things that I used to experience during this season and I won't be this year. It's been really tough. Like this Christmas season, I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard for me to get into the Christmas spirit like I usually do. I'm like trying really hard, but I just wanted to say a little something to you guys. Like I said, the guys who are sitting at home right now, like feeling a little sad and lonely and depressed because of the year they've been handed, or the things they've been dealing with this year. I just wanted to let you guys know that you're not alone, and it's normal to be, you know, upset when you're going through a lot of things, and it's okay to reach out to people, because I know for me that was one of the hardest things when I started going through all of these things all at once. It was like one thing after another, and this year was very hard. It was very hard. And so, like, I'm sorry for getting emotional, but you know, just when you feel like life is just handing you one thing after another and you just kind of want to break from it all, just like, please just don't be afraid to reach out to people, because like I said, for me that was one of my biggest issues that I kind of learned to work on this year. I've always been the kind of person who's like, I can do this on my own. I don't need anyone else to like kind of feel the burden of my problems, and I'll just deal with everything on my own. And I didn't realize how heavy everything just like ends up weighing down on you eventually. And I just want to let you guys know that it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help, to reach out to people who you are close to. Just be careful who you do reach out to. Make sure it's someone that you trust, and that, you know, it's someone you feel comfortable being vulnerable around. It's not the easiest to find someone to feel comfortable and to trust like that, but when you do, it is the best thing for your life, for your soul, just for your mental health. It's just so amazing when you find someone you can talk to about things. If you guys don't have anyone in your life, you know, that you can trust or go to for things, just don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will be there for you guys. Like I've said it before on my Instagram and on here before, like, you don't be afraid to DM me on Instagram, on Twitter. You can message me here via YouTube. Oh wait, I think they stopped YouTube messaging. I'm not sure, but you can DM me for sure on Instagram, or you can email me. My email is in my About Me tab on this channel, but it's simplyroselynne@gmail.com, in case you guys are wondering. You can email me and reach out to me, because over this past year, the more that I've been talking about, you know, my mental health, all of my issues that I've been working with, I've been getting a lot of messages from people reaching out saying, you know, how much me talking about it and what I've been doing to work on it has like helped people. Baby, are you sleeping on the scissor? Where's the scissor? Where's the scissor? Oh. Oh! I put I'm so sorry, baby. Come on, go to sleep here. Go to sleep here. Don't be afraid, you know, if you can't find someone in your life that you can trust like that, I don't mind. Just send me a message. I'll be there for you, and I'll try to listen and understand as best as possible. But I know what it's like to feel completely alone, so I would never want anyone ever in this world. I don't even wish that upon my greatest enemies. I don't want anyone to feel like they are ever that alone, that they feel they can't deal with their problems, because I know what it's like and it's hard. But yeah, I don't want for this video to be like seemingly very like glum, is that a word? And like upsetting. I don't want to upset anyone, but I just wanted to say these things, you know, because I don't really put videos out necessarily where I talk about all this all at once, but except for maybe my vlogs. But yeah, this year has been a tough one, but I feel like I've grown quite a lot this year. I've learned a lot about the woman that I have become and the woman that I will further grow into. And just like I learned more about what I really want out of this life and the people that I kind of really want to surround myself with, and things like that. Things that you don't even think about. Like, you don't think about these things until you're kind of forced to sit there and face it, you know? I'm just glad that I got to grow this year in ways that I didn't think I could. And you know, I always thought relatively like in my life that I was a good person, you know, and that bad things wouldn't happen to me because I'm a good person. But you know what? Life happens, and when life decides that you need to learn and grow, then you're gonna learn today. So I'm really just like thankful that I was able to experience some things, even though in the moments I was like, why is this happening to me? You know, everything happens in life for a reason. And I am a firm believer in that, because how can you grow if you don't experience anything, you know? I just don't know how it's possible. And it's just like, some of the people I've met this year are some of the greatest people. They've got the biggest hearts, and it's just like, I'm so blessed to have met these people, and I can't even put it into words. But yeah, everything happens for a reason, and people come in and out of your life all the time for a reason. I've lost quite a lot of friends this year. I don't know. Life has a funny way of just showing you who is meant to be in your life and who's not. In the moment, it might not make sense, and it might just be really frustrating, but everything happens for a reason. But yeah, like I said, I don't want this video to be like upsetting or just not fun, because I want it to be a fun Christmas video. But you know, these things need to be talked about, because it's still, for some reason, I need to flip this thing. For some reason, it's still taboo to be talking about these things, and for me that makes no sense. Mental health is such an important aspect of life. Like, whether or not you want to accept that mental health has a big part in everyone's lives, that's just on you. But even if your mental health is in a good spot, it's still like something to be mindful of, because a lot of people struggle with it every single day. Like, every single day. And there are days where I am a-okay, perfectly fine, you know, I'm going about my day doing what I need to do. And there's days where it's harder, you know, and maybe my anxiety and all of that is kicking in, but I try to make the best of it. I'm gonna patch up this hole with a little scrap in here. Wow, this is horrible. Oh my god. Oh, there's like the littlest patch. Need a little scrap to fill in the hole there. See, like, that's what I meant by, like, I keep the scraps to fill in gaps, because sometimes you can't get it perfect, you know? Oh my god, that looks really bad. Let's pretend it didn't happen. So anyways, are you guys doing anything special for the holidays? Because I'm not going anywhere as usual. To be honest, I would always rather spend Christmas at home, you know, with my family, and then, you know, going somewhere, doing something crazy extravagant, because it's not really Christmas unless you're at home, you know? Well, for me. I don't know if I asked this in the last video, but I didn't get any answers that kind of pertain to it if I did. But I'm always curious to know what everyone's families does for the holidays in terms of traditions, like, because I'm always constantly thinking about like what I'm gonna do with my future family kind of thing, and like what family traditions I want to start with my own family. And I'm just curious to know what everyone's family does for the holidays in terms of traditions. Like, do you have things that you always do every year but you don't really even think that it is a tradition, but it actually is, like, kind of thing? Like, do you bake together? Do you do whatever? I'm definitely curious, because I always want to know what everyone's family does, because everyone's family does something in their own way and does it differently. Like, my family, we don't really have a quote-unquote tradition necessarily. Like, we do the Noche Buena the night before and all that stuff, where you eat like dinner and all that, and then usually we'll go to church day of Christmas and then go home and open presents. And then within the past couple of years, we kind of started doing these like Christmas photos after we get home. I think it's we get home from church, then we take the pictures, because by then everyone's getting hungry and grumpy, so I always kind of like rush to get the photos done. As long as we get them done, we get them done, you know. And then we eat, and then we open presents. So I guess that's a tradition, but not really, because it varies every year, but it's along the lines of what we do every year. The last year was like kind of the first year where we weren't all together because my sister moved, in case you guys didn't know. But yeah, so it's like weird that we like have to celebrate Christmas and we're not complete as a family anymore. But that's what happens as everyone gets older, people start moving away. It's just sad though. Sometimes, you know, you think about these things and you just hope that things don't change, but they always do, you know? And that's part of life. But when you're little, you don't even think about these things at all. You don't even have a worry in the world. You just think about the presents and all that stuff. Although, to be honest, like, I was never one of those kids that was just like, ooh, I want the present, I want the present. I just kind of was like, Christmas is a great time because we have no school, we're just relaxing, you know. But now that we're adults, it's kind of a lot more stressful. Oh my god, I just realized his pajamas kind of match the wrapping paper. But yeah, so I'm gonna start using this open roll from last year. That was my wrapping paper last year, which I loved. I think it was from Cynthia Rowley, which I got at Home Goods, but oh my god, if you guys don't already know, Home Goods is probably my favorite place, or the best place in my opinion, to get affordable gift wrap that is like beautiful. And it's always, I mean, like, it's all brand name, so it's kind of not the cheapest. Obviously you can buy paper from Dollar Tree and probably the cheapest place that you can get, you know, but you get what you pay for in terms of quality. I'm just so happy that things are changing, because a lot of the problem with me this year, why this year was harder than usual, is because of my mindset that I had for myself this year. Because once bad things started happening again and again and again, and I just had this negative thought process ever since then. I was just like, well, bad things are gonna keep happening because I'm a terrible person and I deserve this kind of thing. But it was the farthest thing from what was actually happening. And I have this friend who I care about him so much because he's such a blessing in my life. Like, no joke. If you see this, you know who you are. And thank you so much for coming into my life this year. Like, I can't even explain how much you've changed, like, my life. And I'm so thankful. But he was there through pretty much everything that was very difficult that was going on. And it's tough on a new friendship, first of all, to be going through things. Ooh, God, I did a bad job on that. It's tough for a new friendship to, you know, go through these kind of things, and seeing a new friend going through these things, because you don't know to the extent of what, like, how you should be there for them or how much you should be there for them. But he is like so great at these things. And pretty recently he was telling me about how, like, my mindset is a big issue for me. Sorry if the angling changed a little, but my battery ended up dying already, which is bad, meaning I'm talking too much. But like I was saying, so my friend was talking to me about just the way I see things sometimes, which is a lot of the time now, because like I said, this year just kind of changed how I saw things in my life. And he was like, you don't need to take everything that life hands to you to heart. Sometimes it's all about how you react to things and how you allow things to kind of affect you. And you know, he's been telling me this for months, no joke, for months. And I always just kind of like, yeah, you're right. But I don't know what it is, but recently something just, like, on his last time that he, like, told me this, just something clicked inside my head, and I was like, this kid is right. I've been allowing all of this stuff to just eat away at me this whole year, when I should be thinking about, you know, other things and just looking at it differently. And I'm just like, wow. It's just crazy how something that someone says to you can really just implant in your brain and kind of just change everything. but like lately I've been doing so much better because of just what he said to me. And just like the way I see things now, I'm trying to think about it in other ways than I usually would have. And it's been doing my mental health wonders. Am I perfect? No. Will I ever be? No. Because that's just unrealistic to even think that you will be able to magically do that for yourself. But you can take steps, little steps, in order to help yourself in ways that you need to, which I've been trying to do lately, and hopefully I can continue into the new year because I'm turning 26 this year, which for a lot of you, that's probably just like, oh, whatever, you're a baby, you know, you're so young. But 26, you know, is a big step for me. 25 was a big step for me, but unfortunately 25 wasn't that good of a year for me. But then again, like, you know, that quarter life crisis kind of thing, I feel like I did go through that, and I in a way kind of found myself and found what I want to do for my life, kind of thing. And that's kind of what this age is all about. Everyone around me is establishing themselves in their careers or getting engaged. It's crazy to see how different our paths are, and I'm just hoping, you know, with this year that's coming and me turning 26, if you didn't know, my birthday's in January, so I do turn 26 pretty soon. Praying that this year will be kind, and that's it. And I hope that all of you guys who are watching, that you guys who are struggling and have struggled for a while or are just now struggling, like, just keep your head up, because you don't know what's around the corner. And I'm just always hoping and praying that all of you guys will have everything beautiful in life that you deserve, because we all deserve happiness. No matter what happens in life, we all deserve love, we all deserve happiness, and I hope that you will get that and that you receive that this coming year and this end of the year. And I'm sorry if I'm getting all sentimental. I know it's annoying. It's just, that's what Christmas does, okay? That's what Christmas does to people. I really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank all of you guys for your support this year. This YouTube community, yeah, it can be really, really toxic and negative, but it can also be so beautiful. Like, I can't even tell you, when I first went through my breakup earlier this year, I went on a like social media hiatus for a couple, like a month-ish or weeks. I can't remember exactly, but I got so many messages from people who, like, I didn't even know even cared, just asking, hey, are you okay? You know, I noticed you haven't been posting on YouTube or Instagram or anything. Are you okay? Are you going through something? And just like, it was so just wonderful to know that people really care about you. And just so, like, that's why I kept saying earlier, like, if you think that nobody cares about you and nobody notices, they do. And like, sorry for getting emotional again, but it's just like, it's beautiful, like, when you realize that people do care about you. And sometimes it's hard, you know, and I've been there a lot, this year especially, where I'm just like, nobody cares, nobody will care, but they do, and it's just so beautiful. And I'm crying, and I've finished another roll. I'm sorry for getting emotional. I know this is like supposed to be like a chipper video, but you know, these are things that have been like on my mind, and I really wanted to talk to you guys about it, but I didn't want to just sit down and do like a video of me just talking about it. I just figured I'd multitask and get things done, and I don't know how to do this. I'm so glad I got to finish 2 rolls so far. I don't know if it's just me, but do you guys feel like a weird like satisfaction when you finish something? Like, for me, when I finish a roll of washi or like a chapstick or something like that, I feel so much like satisfaction in myself. Now I just need to wrap JJ's little treats from my mom. Can we just talk about how cute this is? It's called Bark the Herald Angels Sing. That's so funny. I'm sorry, I love puns, but yeah, I definitely had to share that before I wrapped. It's so cute. We got this at Home Goods in case you guys are wondering. So before I start wrapping with this gift wrap, I wanted to show you guys the gorgeousness before I cut into it. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Timry lines that used to come out all the time at Michael's. Honestly, I haven't been to Michael's that much this year, so I'm not entirely sure if she even designs for them still, but I used to always die over every collection she came out with. Last year, you know, I went with the whole pink, mint, and silver, I think it was, like my color scheme. This year, I don't really care about a color scheme, but I really want some red and green in there because I'm tired of doing the whole pink, mint, and whatever for Christmas. Christmas is red and green, so we're gonna go with red and green this year. I mean, that kind of is a theme, but I'm not really having a theme because I still have those pink gift wraps open, so I might use some of those too, but I have quite a few boxes to wrap, so we'll see how much I end up using of these, because I don't think they're gonna be that long because it's just from Michael's. It's not really, you know, they're not a gift wrapping store, so I'm not entirely sure how long these are. Well, I am sure they're 75 square feet, but you know, in terms of gift boxes, I'm not entirely sure how long it is, but yeah, we'll see. In case you guys are wondering why there's like extra stuff on the bed, I also took out my gift labels that I'm gonna be using, which are the same ones from Target Dollar Spot from last year, except this year I'm probably gonna use more of this one. This is what I used last year, this one. I'm sorry if you couldn't really see that. I also am gonna use this for one of my gifts because it's so cute, and I got it from the Target Dollar Spot this year. And I've also got my drawer of ribbons and stuff because I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna use yet in terms of tying and stuff, because last year I bought some specifically to match my gift wrap. I bought way too much last year and I didn't want to buy a single thing. So I didn't actually really spend too much. I think this was like 90% off, so it was like 10 cents. So I don't think I ended up buying anything this year in terms of gift wrap. Yeah, except for those labels that I needed for my mom's gifts. I also got this on the Christmas clearance from TJ Maxx last year. It was originally $5.99. I think it was 50% off or something like that, but because I used a lot of twine every year and whatever, and it was just white and gold, I thought this was great to have. So I'm probably gonna use that quite a bit. So yeah, let's get started. Let me open this up. Sorry to all the guys in my family and my friends who I'm wrapping their gifts up in this girly wrapping paper, but you're gonna have to deal with it. I think for this one, I'm just gonna put a bow on it. This is for one of my friends, so I think I'm gonna open up this one just because it's so cute. This is from Molly and Rex, and I bought this at Home Goods last year. Whoa! How does this go? Why is there like 3 different layers that are out? Do you guys see this? What is this all about? I'm confused. And it's like so loud because of the glitter. What? Oh, what? It's like pre-cut. And this is gonna get glitter all over my bed. I want to clarify, there were plenty of great things that happened this year. I ended up getting my first real job ever. I ended up working at, I don't know if am I allowed to say? I worked at a Panera, and like, I actually had a job in college as a TA and a proctor and all that stuff, but I don't really count that because I was like in school still, so it's not like a real job. I ended up working at Panera. I only worked there for a few months because I ended up having to quit because of some family things I needed to take care of. And I also realized that I was just not happy there, and it was just not what I want to do and invest my time in. I'm really happy this year, you know, I got to launch my website, which if you haven't checked it out, it's simplyroselynne.com, and I'm really proud of that. And my blog launched on there, and I've got only a few blog posts because this year, like I said, I went through a lot this year, so I didn't get to really add too many more blog posts, which I'm hoping in 2019 I will be more consistent with that, and I'm gonna hold myself liable to that, because that's one of the things that I was just not happy with myself that I slacked on this year, you know. But I'm really happy with being able to get myself to launch that, and I opened up my P.O. box and all that stuff, which you can find all this info out on my website. What should I put? This is just, so these gift wraps I feel like this year are a lot more, like the glitter is already doing too much. I don't want to add ribbon and it's like overwhelming and kind of to the point where it becomes tacky. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments down below too, like what was your highlights of 2018? I would definitely like to know. I think honestly my highlight would probably be getting my first job and like actually putting myself out there. Like that was very scary, especially it was a time when I was going through it and having to put myself out there and, you know, kind of just be okay while I was going through a lot of stuff behind closed doors. That was hard. But it also, for me, distracting myself with work, that does wonders for me. I just always end up pushing myself better if I'm just like distracted and not thinking about my problems kind of thing, which is not the best coping mechanism, but it's what I do. This year, I got my Christmas shopping done super early. Typically what I do throughout the year is, you know, I just kind of listen to what people are saying, and like if they say, oh, I really want this, like I keep a note on my phone just like for Christmas presents throughout the year and just kind of keep it listed on there, like, oh, this person mentioned that they like this or they need this. So I like to keep an eye and an ear open for that, because you never know. And then people, it's so funny when you get them exactly what they forgot they wanted, and they're like, oh, how do you know that I wanted this? And be like, well, you said so. When you guys go Christmas shopping every year, do you guys give yourself like a specific budget for everyone's gifts that you like kind of want to stay under? Because I noticed this year I kind of did that for myself. I like wrote out the prices and I listed out how much I should be spending and blah 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 for each person and each gift and all the totals. I wrote all my Christmas expenses out this year, and I noticed that I spent probably less than half of what I spent last year, because last year I didn't do that. I did list everything out, but I didn't list like pricing and all that stuff, so I ended up buying like more and more and more and not thinking about, oh, I already spent like 200 bucks on this person's gift, let me buy more. So this year I tried doing that and it did wonders. And I just want to know if people typically budget themselves, you know, for Christmas presents, or do you just go with the flow? Because I know a lot of people who really just don't plan any of it out, and I'm like, how do you not plan anything out? I wouldn't know what I'm doing. I would just literally be a hot mess. So I got my little drawer from my smaller craft cart with the little ornaments and stuff from last year that I bought. Oops. And the little embellishments. I have some newer ones that I bought this year. I bought these like from Dollar Tree, these cute little tinsel stars. I guess it's called tinsel. Is this tinsel? And they're so cute, right, JJ? Not as cute as you, though. Apparently this wrapping paper does not want to be my friend. So this wrapping paper is really like, I'm actually kind of mad because it looks like there's only 3 pre-cut little pieces. So that means I paid the same amount for a normal roll for that. Well, I mean, like it was like, what, $3.99 I said? Or $2.99? For 3 pre-cut pieces. Like, that's really annoying. I don't know if that's equivalent to the length of a normal roll, but I wish I had read that. I was probably just distracted by the cute French bulldogs on it. Guys, I'm on my last battery right now, so hopefully it lasts until I finish. I'm almost done. I just need to finish like decorating this and, well, wrapping those. So like this is the same from last year. This has more of like sequins, and I've also put some more like wood pieces in there. So I'm not entirely sure still what I want to decorate. I love these like wire edged ribbons because you can really like fluff it up how you want it. And I just used that gold and white polka dot ribbon and just added a little ornament on there. I don't want to put too much. So honestly, I'm not entirely sure if like this video even makes sense, but I just wanted something kind of like an outlet to talk to you guys a little about the year that I had, and if anyone's like feeling the same way, you know, just remind them that they're not alone and that next year is a new start. It's a new opportunity for new things, and we don't know what next year will hold. It could be the best year of our lives, or it could be worse than this year. But the best thing that we can do is just hope, and if you believe in a God, you know, pray that we do get the year that we deserve. And if we get handed a year that's not so great, let's make the best of it. Just try to look at things positively and just think about all of the other things in our life that are blessings, and think about all the good things that we have going on for ourselves. And if not, maybe it's time to think about the things that you can control and you can change in your life, and what can I do to like get one step closer to my dreams, or that kind of thing, you know? It's not the easiest, but life isn't meant to be easy. If it was just easy in life, then it wouldn't be worth living, because then you're not learning anything, you're not growing, you know, you're just stagnant, and that's not fun. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on shows that I should start watching on Netflix, definitely let me know down below, because I'm constantly looking for new shows to start and new things to watch on Netflix. And now I'm officially done. I know I didn't do too much this year in terms of decor like I did last year, but I'm definitely satisfied with the fact that I went through, let me see how many are on my floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls. 5 rolls, JJ, of gift wrap, and that blows my mind. So yeah, I'm really satisfied with the fact that I was able to finish some of those rolls, get some decor on these. I got to open up this new ribbon, add some little jingle bells to things. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy that I was able to share this with you guys. Like I said, I didn't really want to do the same kind of video I did last year. This one was more of a sit down and chit chat with you guys about the year as a whole, and kind of like a whole wrap up of what I went through this year. I didn't do too many details, but if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you're gonna see more of that stuff there. But I want to thank you guys so much for everyone that stuck around and was very supportive this year and the previous years. Ever since I started YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff, I've met so many great people through this community, and just all of you guys, it's been amazing. Like I've said previously, I can't thank you guys enough for making me feel like I was never alone. And it's just amazing how many nice people you can meet, and I feel so blessed to have met you guys through this whole YouTube journey. And even though we've never really met in person, I feel like I know a lot of you personally, and it's just amazing how many nice and kind people with big hearts that I've met. And I hope that all of you guys have an amazing, amazing holiday season. If you don't celebrate Christmas, hopefully you have a great Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have an amazing time full of happiness and blessings, and it's just amazing. And hopefully we all have a wonderful end of the year. And I'm looking forward to what 2019 is gonna bring for all of us. Hopefully it will be great things, because you know, great things are always around the corner. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys will stick around. Definitely leave a like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in 2019 probably, because I have enough videos for the end of the year. But yeah, the next time I film will probably be in 2019, so I will see you guys next year. Say bye. Ew.